Good evening. Time for dinner. We're actually going to jump ahead tonight to Leviticus chapter 18. And Jehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, I am Jehovah your Elohim. Do not do as they do in the land of Mizraim, where you dwelt. And do not do as they do in the land of Canaan, where I am bringing you. And do not walk in their laws. Do my right rulings and guard my laws, to walk in them. I am Jehovah your Elohim. And you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which a man does and lives by them. I am Jehovah. No one is to approach any one of his own flesh to uncover his nakedness. I am Jehovah. The nakedness of your father or the nakedness of your mother you do not uncover. She is your mother. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife you do not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or elsewhere, their nakedness you do not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter, the nakedness you do not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, brought forth by your father, she is your sister. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's sister, you do not uncover. She is your father's flesh. The nakedness of your mother's sister, you do not uncover, for she is your mother's flesh. The nakedness of your father's brother, you do not uncover. You do not approach his wife. She is your aunt. The nakedness of your daughter-in-law you do not uncover. She is your son's wife. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your brother's wife you do not uncover. It is your brother's nakedness. The nakedness of a woman and her daughter you do not uncover, nor do you take her son's daughter, or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are her relatives. It is wickedness. And do not take a woman as a rival to her sister, to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. And do not approach a woman to uncover her nakedness in her monthly separation of uncleanness. And do not have intercourse with the wife of your neighbor to defile yourself with her. And do not give any of your offspring to pass through to Molech. And do not profane the name of your Elohim. I am Jehovah. And do not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination. And do not have intercourse with any beast to defile yourself with it. And a woman does not stand before a beast to mate with it. It is a perversion. Do not defile yourselves with all these, for by all these the nations are defiled, which I am driving out before you. Thus the land became defiled. Therefore I punished it for its crookedness. And the land vomited out its inhabitants. But you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, and not do any of these abominations. The native or the stranger who sojourns among you, because the men of the land who were before you have done all these abominations, and thus the land became defiled. So let not the land vomit you, because the men of the land who were before you have done all these abominations, and thus the land became defiled. So let not the land vomit you out for defiling it, as it vomited out the nations that were before you. For whoever does any of these abominations, those who do them shall be cut off from among their people. And you shall guard my charge. so as not to do any of these abominable laws which were done before you, so as not to defile yourselves by them. I am Jehovah your Elohim. And Jehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say to them, Be set apart, for I, Jehovah your Elohim, am set apart. Each one of you should fear his mother and his father, and guard my Sabbaths. I am Jehovah your Elohim. Do not turn to idols, and do not make for yourselves molded mighty ones. I am Jehovah your Elohim. And when you slaughter a slaughtering of peace offerings to Jehovah, slaughter it for your acceptance. It is eaten the same day you slaughter it, and on the next day, and that which is left on the third day is burned with fire. So if it is eaten at all on the third day, it is abominable, it is not accepted. And he who eats it bears his crookedness, because he has profaned the set-apart offering of Jehovah, and that being shall be cut off from his people. And when you reap the harvest of your land, do not completely reap the corners of your field, or gather the gleaning of your harvest. And do not glean your vineyard, or gather every grape of your vineyard. Leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am Jehovah your Elohim. Do not steal, do not lie, do not deceive one another, and do not bear false witness by my name, and so profane the name of your Elohim. I am Jehovah. Do not oppress your neighbor or rob him. The wages of him who is hired is not to remain with you all night until morning. Do not curse the deaf, or put a stumbling block before the blind, but fear your Elohim. I am Jehovah. Do no unrighteousness in right ruling. Do not be partial to the poor, or favor the face of the great, but rightly rule your neighbor in righteousness. Do not go slandering among your people. Do not stand against the blood of your neighbor. I am Jehovah. Do not hate your brother in your heart. Reprove your neighbor for certain, and bear no sin because of him. Do not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the children of your people, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am Jehovah. Guard my laws. Do not let your livestock mate with another kind. Do not sow your field with mixed seed, and do not put a garment woven of two sorts of threads upon you. And when a man has intercourse with a woman who is a female servant, engaged to a man, to be ransomed, but she has not been ransomed nor set free, there should be an inquiry. But they are not to put to death, because she was not free. And he shall bring his guilt offering to Jehovah, to the door of the tent of appointment, a ram as a guilt offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering before Jehovah, for his sin which he has done, and the sin which he has sinned shall be forgiven him. And when you come into the land, and have planted all kinds of trees for food, then you shall reckon their fruit as uncircumcised. For 3 years it is as uncircumcised to you, it is not eaten. And in the 4th year all its fruit is set apart, praise to Jehovah. And in the 5th year you eat its fruit, so that its increase, its yield to you. I am Jehovah your Elohim. Do not eat meat with the blood. Do not practice divination or magic. Do not round the corner of your head, nor destroy the corner of your beard. Do not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor put tattoo marks on you. I am Jehovah. Do not profane your daughter by making her a whore, so that the land does not whore, and the land becomes filled with wickedness. Guard my Sabbaths and reverence my set-apart place. I am Jehovah. Do not turn them to mediums, and do not seek after spirits to be defiled by them. I am Jehovah your Elohim. Rise up before the gray-headed, And you shall favor the face of an old man, and shall fear your Elohim. I am Jehovah. And when a stranger sojourns with you in your land, do not oppress him. Let the stranger who dwells among you be to you as a native among you, and you shall love him as yourself. For you were strangers in the land of Mizraim. I am Jehovah your Elohim. Do no unrighteousness in right ruling, in measurement of length, in weight, or in measuring liquids. Have right scales, right weights, a right ephah, and a right hin. I am Jehovah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim. And you shall guard all my laws and all my right rulings, and do them. I am Jehovah.